It may be hard to believe, but I care. And New Year's is right around the corner, so I want to make sure you achieve whatever diet and training goals you have and that the transformation sticks. Because 80% of people fall off in the first 2 weeks. Obviously, you're not in that category because you've already figured out consistency. You're just a greedy human. You want to be bigger, leaner, or both, which is perfectly acceptable. And come to think of it, 80% is probably a lowball number because if you've been to the mall recently, you realize you stand out like a sore thumb. You look around and notice that you're the only one that doesn't have a Wetzel's pretzel stuffed in their face. So if you've been in the business of helping people long enough, you know there's a common story that comes from people that haven't quite figured it out yet. And usually goes something like, for whatever reason, I missed the gym one day, and then I missed it the next, and I haven't been back since. And then I got diabetes, and I lost part of my foot. So if you're somebody who's gotten results in the past, and for whatever reason you're on this horrible yo-yo cycle of looking phenomenal for a while, and then looking like a caricature of yourself, the best advice I can give you is for the first 30 days, show up every single day. Even if you don't have something to train. Some days I'll show up at the gym and realize, oh great, it's anterior tibialis day. Woo! Second important tip, which I think is an underrated quality that everybody should have, and that's be more selfish. A lot of times people fail to reach their goals, not because they don't have a perfect plan, not because they're not following it to a T, but because somebody comes in their life and fucks it up. I can't tell you how many times someone's told me I was doing great until, and the story's usually about their friend who guilted them into eating or drinking something, and this is something you gotta come to terms with. Your friends are innately evil. They'll purposely try to get you fat to feel better about themselves. And it's not even against them, it's just human nature. So the best remedy I've found is brutal honesty. Just sit them down and tell them that either we're gonna go do something that's activity-based, like bowling, you like bowling, or we can't hang out because I don't wanna end up like you. Tip number 3 has to do with avoiding becoming a victim of that window of time where everybody's diet falls apart. Because it's easy to stay clean in the morning, I'm really hungry. Midday, you're busy, distracted, but at night, completely falls apart. And you can try to use willpower, but before you know it, who put this pizza in my mouth? It's critical you replace that wonderful feeling of having an entire pizza in your stomach, cutting off circulation to your other internal organs, with another positive one. Either use it as an excuse to buy your kids a PS5 and hog it all yourself, or sit down with your wife and say, hey, I really want to get my diet in check. I don't want to die young. What do you say every night instead of me gorging myself? Why don't we sit down, put on some Pornhub, category we both like, and do something we'll both regret. Tip number 4, trick yourself. It sounds goofy, but I can't tell you how excited and how good my workouts are when I hit the gym with new shoes, straps, not shirt. This is still my first grade edition. The point being is as you get older, you look around and realize that we're all just basically 10-year-olds just trying to look like we know what the hell we're doing, and you can easily incentivize yourself with chintzy things. I know for me personally, when I'm in a slump, I just find a new gym and that reinvigorates me. Now, obviously that's not the most practical advice right now, but hopefully this channel can do the same thing for you, give you some new exercises and new things to get excited about. Tip number 5, keep it simple, stupid. If your diet is so extensive, there's 30 different things on it, takes you 3 hours to cook a day's worth of meals, or you need a logbook to track all your weights, and if you lose it, you're gonna jump off a bridge, it's not gonna work. In my opinion, you gotta earn the right to enjoy your food and build a more advanced training plan for yourself. If you're consistently hitting the gym, you're not missing a meal, you're making progress, then you can look at it and go, all right, let's crank it up a notch. Last thing, if you're already on the other side of this problem, you look the way you want to look and you're just watching this channel for the dirty jokes, then I feel you have a responsibility to help people out that are just brand new to the gym. So on the first, when you see that horde of people coming in, just tell them good job or help them out with something small because you'll be surprised how much that helps them come back and be consistent. Because for us, it's like a second home. Basically, they kick us out at the end of the night, but for them, it's kind of a scary place. So help them unfuck their lives. And I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Even if you don't celebrate it, I think it's a special time, and I appreciate every single one of you. Even you, FitLab. Even though my wife hates you, I don't mind you. If I could, I'd send each and every one of you a present, like this one I got for my wife and I. Get after and get growing. I'm gonna go get hit by a car.